Finding Jennifer was actually quite kismet for me and frankly, the perfect fit for what we needed for our group. So my company, Flynn Consulting, we do a lot of innovative leadership development, and we were running a program across multiple organizations of women, a women's leadership development program. And we had surveyed them to ask what topics they really were top of mind for them to address for their development. 6-month program, we were bringing in different speakers on these different topics, and resilience really floated to the top of almost every single person in the program, which makes sense given the year that we're having, but also something that I think women leaders really struggle with as far as how to continue to not only from an individual standpoint be resilient, but also from an organizational standpoint, how to build organizational resilience. Upon talking to Jennifer, it was super interesting that she had literally divided her book into both an individual perspective and how you apply it in an organizational perspective, because that was exactly what our participants needed. So I think the major challenge that women executives are having and that this group was describing around resilience was they feel like they need to be perfect and on all the time. And it is an impossible task. And therefore, they are getting incredibly burnt out, both at home and at work. They're not able to think forward for their team about how to build their resilience up and role model those behaviors. And it's a real struggle between kind of what they know they should be doing and what they're able to do on a daily basis. But also very tactically, like, how do I do this? Like, this is something that is really hard. And what do resilient leaders look like? What are the behaviors that they have, the actions that they take that can guide me, and I can start moving towards that. From a style standpoint, Jennifer is this incredible blend of executive presence, but authenticity. And it is such a pleasure and a joy to listen to her stories, to hear her talk about her own journey and kind of her passion around this topic. So I think, we were working with a group of executive women. They all have different styles. They have different, the organizations they're coming from, their cultures, they're coming from across sections. So it's hard to get a person that can resonate with all those different types of styles. And she just had this perfect blend of being able to do that. You can tell that she can go toe to toe with an executive, no problem. But also, be the type of person that you can sit down and tell stories with. And so her tone, her style, super accessible, great feedback on that. It was so obvious that she was well and deeply researched, but also passionate about the topic. So you knew that you had somebody that was this deep expert. Our issue was that we only had her for a couple hours, and we knew that what she has to share and offer could fill up a week's worth of content for our women. So I think that was the only negative feedback, was that we want more. And so, they're all reading her book now. Jennifer is the ideal person you want to engage with when you're doing something new and creative and innovative. Working with Jennifer was perfect because she's so open to that herself. And she wasn't well, no, this is my program. This is what we're going to do. She was I've done this. Maybe we can blend this with this. And that flexibility, that genuine interest in helping. She's generous. She, with her time, and the exact person that you want to work with when you're trying to create something with true impact. So it was just super fun to work with her and to create this together with her. The number one thing I would say is just be clear on your needs, because she is she is the person that she'll step up to that. Like if she knows what you're looking for and what she needs, she'll figure out the way to get there, or tell you, frankly, like that's not me, right? So if you're clear on your needs and what you want, and she's able to deliver that, she can work with that. Which is probably true with anybody, but I just love the way that she, once she had clarity on what we were looking for and what the program was about, then she could go off and create what that might look like for us, and then continue to iterate and co-create with it. So I think if somebody's looking for somebody, again, that's kind of like, this is off the shelf, but like this, Jennifer's not your person. Just get clear on what your needs are, and then she will step up to the plate to create that for you.